Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura, and welcome to the Pattern Queens episode 54. Today is Sunday, December 6th. Can you believe it's December already?
No, it seems like every month has just drug by, and then somehow we got to the second half of November and it was just super quick.
Right? So, just so you know, this is a channel about cross stitch.
And friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans, as you'll hear. We have lots to regale you with today.
Yes, we do. So we want to welcome everybody to our video. If this is your first time, hi.
Hello.
And if you're a returning visitor, no, if you're a returning viewer,
then and also a visitor.
Yeah, welcome back. I feel like they're not visitors once they've been here.
You know, oh, that's true. They're basically family at that point. If you spend this much time with us.
So what's your best new thing this week? Do you have one of those? I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, and we'll talk about this, Laura and I actually saw each other in person this week, which is okay. We feel is okay because Katie comes over to my house to watch James. So we figure that whatever germs Katie has, there are also the germs that Laura has. So,
but we're in the same bubble.
Right. But while we were out and about, my mom and my husband put up our Christmas tree.
Oh, so, that's so nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
What about you?
My best thing this week is that I was sitting at school on Thursday and I watched Flosstube on my lunch break because I'm in my office by myself. And I opened it up and what did I see? I saw Vlogmas from Keisha.
Yeah, so exciting. Oh, thanks. So if you noticed, just about every day, and there won't be one today because we're wrapping it into this video, but just about every day I have been opening items from the Black Needle Society's Nice List box, and that's been a lot of fun. I'll show you the goodies that I've got so far and open day 6 here in a few minutes. And the idea has been that I would get up before James, I'd have my shower, get all ready for work, come in here, film, then wake James up and we'd go about our morning routine. But 2 of those days, he's decided he wanted to be awake. So James has been in a couple of them, and it seems like every time he's in, everyone's like, oh, it's James. So, maybe he's just going to be part of the unboxings now.
I have to share, I have one more best new thing. So Katie and I filmed in here for our Love You More studio business. And so that's on the bookish side usually. And although there are a lot of cross stitchers who are buying sleeves and we're so thankful, but they saw this behind me and somebody commented and said, oh, I love the print with the red bird behind you. And Katie wrote back and said something like, oh, that's not a print. My mother will be thrilled. She actually cross-stitched that. So it's so cool,
So
yeah. So that was awesome. But anyway, so do you have any finishes this week?
I do have finishes. One I finished not 10 minutes ago. We came in here to film and Laura's like, do you have any finishes? And I said, well, if you give me a minute. So as part of our Stitch With Us, I've been working on this stocking sled, and this is Lizzie Kate's stocking sleds. But over the Thanksgiving holiday, when I was in the car, I started working on this one here, because it's my favorite of them. And I asked my niece, I was like, okay, I'm going to start this one or this one. Which one do you want? And she said this one, because it looks more like Christmas. So I was like, well, Lucy said it, so I have to do it. So I finished it.
So cute.
And the thing I was doing right before we filmed was putting on these little buttons. And boy, did they take me longer than putting 2 little buttons on should, but they're on there.
Because the holes on them were tiny, right?
Yes, I had to, luckily, I have been working on a Mill Hill kit, which you'll see in WIPs. And there's a beading needle in with my supplies for that, because Mill Hill always gives you one if there are beads in the project. So I just took that beading needle and used that to put those buttons on. So
cool.
And then I have one other one, and this is like, it's a mini finish, I guess. So the frosted pumpkin has a Christmas wreath sal. And here is the first part of it. And I don't know that I guess I had just started it the last time we filmed and showed progress on things, but I finished it.
So cute.
Thanks. So this is the first part of that stitch along, and this is on 28 count Heartland from Picture This Plus. It's the called for, and I'm using all the called for DMC on this.
The Santa coming out of the chimney or stuck in the chimney is hysterical.
And Rudolph just balancing all of these packages on his butt. And I'll get in here close. You can see the lights on the roof. Those are just like little individual stitches, and they were a pain, but it looks good. So I'm not complaining too much. But that was a lot of fun.
Cute.
Thank you. I am looking forward to the next part coming out, but it doesn't come out until the 18th. So I've got a little time to wait on stitching on that again, but I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Those are my finishes.
Yay. I have a finish this week too.
Oh, awesome. I didn't know that.
Actually, it was a start and a finish, so you guys have not even seen it.
Oh, wow.
This one is Simple Harvest from Blackbird Designs. And I borrowed this from Nancy, so I don't have the original to show you. It's an out of print book. I can't even tell you what book it's from, but I just really liked it.
Oh, wow. That's so pretty.
Thank you. So I stitched this on fabric from Victorian Motto Sampler Shoppe. So it doesn't have a name. It's 36 count. And I used the called for floss, which is Caron Waterlines Kelp. Now, I do have a funny story. I was working on this last Friday when we were in a chat, and I'm like, oh, I'm really struggling with these over one letters to get my initials in there. And I said, I'm just going to skip over and do something else, some other part. And then the next night we had a different chat, but a lot of the same ladies were there. And I'm like, you guys, do you know why that over one was kicking my butt? Well, it's because it's 36 count and I was doing it at night. Over one.
So. Nighttime is not the best time to do over one on anything.
And I have to show you, I pulled a sleeve out of my collection and look how perfectly it goes.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
I don't think this was ever one in the shop. This was just fabric I liked.
Very pretty.
So it's fun. It's fun to be the person who makes those so that I can sometimes make some for me. So that's my finish for the week.
Awesome.
Okay, do you want to be on to the fun part of stash?
Stash. Okay, so I actually have a lot of stash this time, and I usually don't have stash, so that's fun. First, I'm going to show you. So Lara, Katie, Athena from Stitching with Friends, and I all went to Cecilia's in Branson. And so we go out to the car, and Athena hands me a bag and says, "Happy Girls' Day." And it's an ornament that says, "In case of emergency, break glass." And it has 2020, and there's a piece of toilet paper in there.
And we got one of those as well. So
I just thought it was funny, so I had to share it. And then I'll show you the rest of the stuff I got from Cecilia's, and then we'll move on to the black needle stuff. But okay,
it was very restrained.
So I was like, all right, Keisha, you can't spend all of the money at the cross stitch store, because I haven't been to a cross stitch store for a while. Most of the stash that I've gotten, Katie and Laura have been my shoppers for me.
And it's not stuff that you necessarily want ahead of time. It's just whatever we show up with.
Which is fine, because they're great at picking things out for me. So I said, all right, Keisha, you need floss. Don't look at things, go straight to the floss. So I got a lot of floss for all of my fun Christmas projects.
Oh, and they have so much floss in the shop, so many different kinds. And
yes, and that was like, I think it's the first time that I ever really saw like things of petite treasure braid by themselves. You're not catching this too well. This is a really pretty pink. I needed something, well, Christmas on Gingerbread Lane from the Frosted Pumpkin asked for like a DMC metallic, and no. I've used it before and I really didn't enjoy it. And I've never used petite treasure braid, and people say that it's great. So I was like, oh, I'll try that out. So I got the floss that I needed. And then I was like, okay, I need a piece of fabric for Christmas on Gingerbread Lane. Go back to the fabric, get the fabric that you need. Do not look at anything else. And as I'm walking,
the fabric, yeah.
As I'm walking, of course, there are a whole bunch of things that are catching my eye, and I'm like, no. So I got this piece of 32 count Belfast butterscotch, and it's not showing up super well, but it's definitely, it's yellowy and brown, and
I'm seeing that. So
okay.
Who is the dyer on that?
It doesn't have a dyer on here, so I'm wondering if it's just from Zweigert.
Did she write it on she didn't write it on the bag?
No, the bag just says 32 count Belfast butterscotch.
Oh man.
So I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to tell us your first impression of the fabric section?
Oh, so it was really neat. Our regular LNS that we go to, they have some of the fabric stash out, so you can see it, but they don't have everything out. And at Cecilia's, they have everything out. And so you just see all of the fabric. And like, it really, I used a lot of restraint.
Yeah, it's all in little cubbies.
Right. And I go back, and the lady who's working there was like, what do you like to stitch on? Everything, literally everything. Give me something with holes in it, and if it's pretty, I'll stitch on it. So I was just like, I'm just looking at all this stuff. So but yeah, I mean, they have all kinds of dyers, and like, I'd never seen any of like under the sea fabrics. I'd never seen that in person, so it was just a really fun experience to see everything. Even if I didn't buy everything, I got to see it all, and that was fun. The next thing I got, and I got this without a project in mind, but it was on sale, and this is from Lakeside Linen, and it's 28 count, and it's Maritime Winter, and it's just like a nice little neutral.
And we were debating that while I was up there. They think maybe they marked it wrong, because we're not sure that there is a Maritime Winter. There's Maritime White.
Oh.
So we would have to look it up and see which one it really is.
Oh.
Because I asked him about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, all the same, I really liked it. I thought it was a good neutral, and you never have too many good neutrals, because you can always put something on a neutral.
And I appreciate that they discount some of their fabrics so that you can get a small piece and just try something. And
for sure.
Yeah. So I'd never stitched on Lakeside Linens before I bought it there.
Yeah, I've never stitched on it either, so I'm excited to try it out. And then I bought a piece of fabric with something in mind. So this is JBW Baby's First Christmas, and Lara gave this to me. And I really like this little rocking horse ornament. And as you know, I have a baby in my life who's about to have a first Christmas. So I wanted to buy something special for that. And it has a bunch of beads on it. And I'm like, I don't know how well something with a bunch of beads on it will hold up just over the years, especially with a kid who's going to want to put his own ornaments on the tree and things like that. So I bought this really pretty pet-a-point linen, and this is 32 count, and I was just like, it's just happy. I like polka dots a lot. Sweet. And then I go over to Katie Landis, who is a qualified artist, and I say, hey Katie, would you like to help me pick out a floss that goes with this? Because I think I'm just going to do it in one color of floss. Maybe I'll throw in another one, but I just wanted something kind of special. And besides me and James's dad, Katie is one of the ones who knows James best. So I figured it was only fitting. So we got Gentle Arts wrought iron. So this really pretty, like black, gray, blue, and I think it's going to look really good. I'm excited about it.
So fun.
So, all right. So I told you, I walked in, I went straight to the floss. Then I turned and I went straight to the fabric. And then I went back to the floss to pick out floss for that project. And as I'm walking back and forth, there's a table with needle minders. And I glanced at them. And I saw this needle minder. And I walked past it several times and I was like, oh, I'm just going to get it. I'm just going to get it. It's Max from How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
It's so awesome.
I love him. Max is like one of my favorite parts of the movie. And I watched the animated one every single Christmas. I was like, I'm just going to buy it. And then I get to the register. I'm like, okay, I only bought a couple of things that I didn't come in here meaning to buy. And I have a particular weakness. And that weakness is the small Mill Hill kits. There was a bunch of them by the register. This is hot cider.
No.
I loved it. So now I'm going to have to stitch it. And I was like, I was being so good. I was being so good. And then I'm about to head out the door because I don't want to buy anything else because there are all of these patterns staring at me. And I'm like, no more. And Laura says, did you get a bunch of the fabric, the small cuts of fabric from the back? I'll pay for it for you.
It's a whole $1 for everything you can shove in a bag.
So there was quite a bit of this green.
Oh, and can I tell you that they didn't even let us pay for it?
Oh, really? Oh, that was they're so nice there. And like, I walk in, I've never been there before, but travel with Katie and Laura. We got bags.
They're so cute.
They're so fun. And then in the bag was a pin, which you could always use a pin. And then this is a little tape measure on a keychain.
I'm sure you like that because it makes you laugh, right?
Yeah, perfect. That's what I need whenever I'm measuring on my fabric before I start. You're doing okay. You measured correctly. So that's the Cecilia's haul. I also have a couple other things. So excuse me while I reach behind me. Feels like I got this forever ago, but Laura passed the stash on Yield Crow Sampler from Heart and Hand. So
can't wait to see how you do that.
I'm very excited to stitch this. I don't know how I'm going to stitch it, but I have loved this since you started it. So I'm really excited to have it. And then I'm going to go through all of my Black Needle Society nice list goodies, just in case you've missed the videos, and I'll open one on camera here.
And you really watch Keisha's videos. They're really short. They're less than 5 minutes, and there are lots of James sightings.
That's true. James plays with the wrapping paper from the previous days on them.
Pretty cute.
Yeah, and doesn't care at all about being on video. So the first day, I opened up this ornament book from JBW. And did you show this on one of our videos? I'm like, someone has shown this and I really, really wanted it. And when I
showed the second one.
Oh, okay.
She came back, Judy came back and put out a second book.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I saw one of the ornament books and I love JBW, but look at all of these different ornaments. I'm so excited.
And the funny thing is that in our spoiler, were you going to say this? In our spoiler, it says, can you stitch all 25 patterns? I proofed that thing. Katie wrote it. We both missed it. There are 4 rows of 5, not 5 rows of 5.
Just double up a row. It's fine. But I won't stitch all 20 before Christmas either. So
we've seen open it has said, can you stitch all 25 ornaments before Christmas? Nope, can't do it.
So I might use one of the small cuts I got, or use that Maritime Winter or whatever it is. And I bought some of Threadworks Christmas candy.
Oh, fun.
So I think I already had my plans for December, but maybe they've changed.
There's always room for more, right?
Sometimes you make a plan and you just don't stick to it. The second day, we opened this really cool ornament, which, okay, there you go. You can see it. It's a Christmas tree made of bobbins with a needle star and beads. How fun is that? And it says, have yourself a flossy little Christmas. So now that the Christmas tree's up, I'm going to have to go put that on the Christmas tree.
Cool.
And that's designed by Katie, because I already told you, Katie, artist. The next day is this fun little cross-stitch journal, and it says, a stitch a day keeps the crazy away. And one of my favorite things about this, lined pages. Like, I like journals, but it drives me crazy whenever they aren't lined, because I'm definitely one of those people who's like, I want all of my writing to be straight. And then it also has the band on it so that you can keep it closed or keep your place or whatever.
Which is why the graphic is off center a little bit.
So it looks centered whenever you have the band around.
Right.
That makes sense. So yeah, I'm excited about this. I don't know exactly what I'm going to write in it because I keep most of my things in spreadsheets, but it'll be stitching related because it's supposed to be. It says it's a stitching.
It's tiny. You can see in Keisha's hand. It's tiny.
Yeah.
So it'll be perfect to go, like if you need it in your purse, if you're going to jot down, oh, this is what I need. Or if you're out and about and you see something, you can jot it down in there. I mean, there's so many things that you could do with it.
Right. So again, Katie Landis. The next day was this cool candle from Wick Wish Candle Company, and it's called the Nice List because that's the name of the box. And it smells like orange spice, evergreen, and cloves. And we were talking about this the other day, how we both like citrus smells quite a bit, but the evergreen kind of cuts through the citrus to make it smell Christmassy. And I'm holding the candle out this far and I can smell it. Like Wick Wish is really good. Their candles are really quality things that you almost don't even need to light. You can just have it open in your room and smell it.
And I don't know if you noticed, but the label on it matches the sticker on the box, which is the graphic that has been up on the Black Needle Society. And one more thing. It's on the background of the spoiler card.
So I have the spoiler card. So here's the spoiler card. And it's really fun. They're all the days are scratch off. So once you open up your present, you can scratch and learn more about what the gift is. So, and then day number 5 was very exciting. Look at these cute little rainbow stork scissors. They're fun. I like them. I always like a fun pair of scissors. So, but I get a little precious about them and I'm like, I'll use my everyday scissors, but maybe for something special, I'll use these.
Can I tell you that I have had those scissors sitting beside me and I've been using them since like July.
Oh, really?
And it has been making me nuts that like I can't show them. I have other things from the box. Now, generally, I don't have things from the box out until they've come out. But that one we needed to check out and make sure that they were good quality scissors, and because we're not going to send stuff out that isn't.
Right.
But I have a couple other items that are from the box and I have to make sure that I put them away and don't show them. So now my scissors can come out.
All right, now I'm ready for gift number 6, which you can see unopened. I don't know what's in here. It's squishy. So I'm excited to see what it is. So just a little live unwrapping for you. All of the packaging for these things are so fun. And I like that they're all like different. It's not all just like gift wrap. You wrap them all in different ways. Oh, what are you? Okay, well now I gotta open it up. I gotta figure out how to do it. Sorry for the crinkle, everyone. I'm trying to find the nice way to open this.
You know what? I love that we all apologize for the crinkle. I really think there's only one person out there who hates it. Because the rest of us are like, it's a package. We know it is.
Oh, look at this. So fun. Is this why you've been learning how to make pillow covers? Did you make this one?
I didn't make this, no.
Oh. It says keep warm and drink cocoa. So fun. I'm going to have to put it on one of my throw pillows out in the living room.
I have loved the idea that, you know, we can just throw those on a pillow that's already existing and then peel it off for the next one, you know?
Right. Well, and this is nice because the material, it feels like it's maybe like moisture resistant, which is definitely a thing I'm looking for in my decorating with a little boy who drools all over the place. So this is great. I'm very excited about it.
Awesome.
All right. Well, now that I've talked for 5 hours about all of my stash, would you like to talk about yours?
Sure. Okay, I'm going to start off with something that is just a brag about my girl. Mm-hmm. Because, oh, and I should have pulled a bookmark. Katie designs kind of Starbucks drink inspired bookmarks, and she has a series of them for Love You More. Mm-hmm. And they're characters from movies and books and, you know, just something appropriate for the season or the time of year that we're in. And we had a follower on Instagram come back and say, oh, I wish those were pins. They'd be so cute. And Katie's like, huh, they could be pins. So she started playing with it. And we have 3 bookmarks for the Christmas season. And now they are pins also. So the first one, and I have to look at what they say. So this is Snow Miser, and he drinks a frozen white hot chocolate.
So cute.
So this is from those the claymation shows. Mm-hmm. This one is like a year without Christmas, I think. And then the other one, if you have Snow Miser, you have to have Heat Miser, and he drinks a hot cinnamon spice tea.
Ooh. I'm more of a heat miser myself.
Then you cannot have Christmas without the Grinch.
Oh no, and it's the animated version Grinch too.
And so that it could be green, he drinks matcha tea. Ooh. Now, these things, Katie, they're only being sold on loveyoumorestudios.com. I'll try and remember and put that down in the description box. But you can buy one for $12, or you can buy all 3 for $30. So, you know, $2 off each pin. You're going to use the code, the number 3 pins, PINS, and that will get you the discount. So we have a limited number of sets of pins, but I just am so proud of my girl because she's so cool.
I'm not grabbing my phone right now to get the Grinch one to go with my Max needle minder.
Oh, okay. So the rest of my stash, I'm going to show you what I got from Cecilia's first. I don't know why, but last night I was shoving everything in one of the bags because when they do fabric, they put it in a bag and they give you a label with what it is, which I really appreciate.
Mhm.
So I have been kind of collecting the Main Street series from Country Cottage, and I got the bookstore and the art gallery. And my husband was giving me a hard time about buying houses last night. He was teasing me. She doesn't like houses. I said, they're not houses, they're places of business. But I got those two. I think I have about 6 of them now. So I'm just waiting to get the rest. And then I saw this. It's fresh cut Christmas trees from Country Cottage. And I love this.
Yeah, that's really pretty. I like it on the petty point too.
I actually think I have some in my
Oh,
stash. I don't know if it's the natural or if it's blue. I may have a little of both. I also got a bag full of things, and I was done, and then Athena started going through, and I saw this one. Like, I need that one too.
yeah.
Nobody else is taking that. I'm taking that. So cute. I could give it to you and you could do the crow, yield crow over one.
I mean, don't put it past me.
It's a great color. So, and
Mhm.
I got some nice colors in here. I got an orange.
Yeah.
Really, if you don't have an orange in your stash, you should ask me and we should look at what kind of stuff I have or whatever color you want. But
You
then
have a pretty good stash of fabric.
I
It's
do.
nice to look
And
at.
look, 2 more. This
Well, you know.
this one is 32 count celestial bold. Um, she didn't write on mine what they are either. Normally they tell you who they're from. Look at this.
Wow.
Is
That
that
is
just
so pretty.
gorgeous? I don't know what's going on that, but oh my gosh.
Gotta pick something great.
It could not stay at the store.
Mm-mm.
And the other one I got is a 32 count Merman's Grotto. I thought I got a 28 count on one, but maybe, you know, look at this.
Wow.
Is that fabulous?
Wow.
I need to look up who they are so that I can write it down on here. And, you know, they're just, oh, they're so pretty. You know what? I bet I could find it pretty quickly just by looking for the dyer. I mean, looking up the name.
So it looks like you got all of the fun colored fabrics and I got all of the fun neutrals.
Yeah, that's funny, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah. The trip down there was a lot of fun. It was a good old girls road trip with the 4 of us in the car. Athena drove. She has a car that doesn't really make any noise whenever you turn it on. So that's
Yeah,
a little bit weird.
weirdest thing, right?
Yeah, because you're sitting in the parking lot and you start rolling backward and you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh the car's on and it's moving. One of those moments. Uh, and yesterday was the longest I've been away from James since he was born. And I came home and that boy just threw his arms around my neck and just put his face in my hair, like, please do not leave me again. And then he didn't want to go to sleep last night because he was like, I
Oh,
have missed an entire day with you. So we stayed up chatting and he kept laughing at me. So
sweet boy. Okay, it did not want to find that one.
huh.
That's interesting. So I'll try the other name real quick. Although I don't think I'm going to find it with it because it's called Celestial. I will have
Right.
to figure that out and let you guys know next time. But
Yeah, for
I
sure.
did also see, I get Kathy Haberman's newsletter. You guys
Uh-huh.
have probably already seen this, but I had not. This is her free design to us this year.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now I have a glass screen
Mhm.
protector on. That's why you're getting rainbow through it, but it is just the prettiest red and green.
Wow.
And all you have to do is sign up for her newsletter. and she lets you know. I'm sure it's just on the website, but I
Yeah.
just saw that and I thought I have to share that one.
Right. Same here. I'll show you a free pattern that was in Lindy Stitch's newsletter whenever we get to WIPs.
Okay. So then the other thing that I got this week is from oh my gosh. I knew until just then. Fire Poppies.
Oh, okay.
I have been watching the Steel City Stitchers. I am almost caught up. I'm so excited. And actually I was on Fire Poppies and I saw this wonderful green fabric and it's called Frog Legs. And I need some for a pattern that my friend Vicky has loaned me. It called for permit, but I thought, oh, I can get this right away. Well, I got it, and it's from Steel City. It's from Jody.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yes, I was so excited. And then I knew that this one was Steel City, and it is called Granite, and this is 28 count.
Oh,
Look at that.
wow.
So I was lucky enough to snag a couple of pieces of linen on there. When she lists, this was 36 count, so it is tight, nice. It feels great. I can't wait to use these. When her fabric is listed, it is gone really, really fast. If you are somebody who likes a creepy stitch, Jody is the one who makes the blood spatter fabric. And it is great. And it's sold on Fire Poppies. So if you go on there and look, she has a great selection of fabrics. And I maybe have bought a couple other things on there that'll go for Christmas presents.
Ooh,
so that's my stash this week. Yeah, that's it. So how about WIPs?
Ooh, well, hopefully you stayed nice and hydrated during that stash because we had a bunch of it. Okay, so I have some fun WIPs to show you this time. I mostly worked on the Christmas wreath style from the Frosted Pumpkin. So that was a lot of my progress. I worked on, you know, the model that I keep teasing but not actually showing. Actually, I just showed a couple of the stitches there, but you didn't see what it was.
Yeah, so. Katie Landis will look and see if it shows too much and she'll blur it out if she needs to.
Sorry, Katie.
The IT department.
And then
up here and then she'll know.
And then I started on the 1st, I started Christmas Island Santa from Mill Hill. And I was just going to work on things for 2 days and then switch to something new, but I worked on this for 3 days, but I barely got any progress on the 3rd day. So it shows me to break my rules. But this is how far I got. So I got some good progress. I got the whole bird in and his shirt. And I think this is like a coconut drink. And then I got in just the pink part of Santa's face and some of the darker outline. So it looks like he's very sunburned.
He looks a little elfish at this point, right?
Yes. So that's my progress on that. And then in the Lindy Stitches newsletter, she sent a link to Park Hopper Bart here on Flosstube and on Instagram. He designs patterns and she purchased basically like a window for anyone who got the newsletter to download this pattern for free. But he has a Gumroad account so that you can get to through his Instagram. So you can go and look this up if you don't get the Lindy Stitches newsletter. But it's this really cute pattern that just says "Bah Humbug." These just old-time fancy letters.
So
and it made me laugh really hard when I saw it. And I was like, I need to do this immediately. I need to change my plans. I don't have much progress on it at all. I have the U and part of the H. So not a whole lot of progress. I'm looking forward to getting back to this. I'm using the called for floss. And then okay, there you got a little bit of the sparkle. This is like a yellowy neutral that's really sparkly. And I thought it'd be funny to stitch Bah Humbug on the really sparkly happy fabric. So that's what I did.
You're so funny.
So those are my whips. How about you?
I have a ton.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, fill your drink, pause the video, fill your drink, come back. So it was still November when we last filmed a full episode. So I worked a little more on our house. I love this project. And I need to just assign it a day of the month and pull it out and work on it. Maybe I just need to pull it out on the fourth Thursday every month, like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I got all of that gold filled in.
Oh, wow.
So that was a lot. A lot. Well, no, I'm lying to you. I didn't get it all filled in because you can see where it goes over those guys. I have used a full skein of that gold already.
Oh, wow.
This isn't done because I had to go buy more.
Wow.
But, this is really more of a solid piece than I think I realized. I am loving it. So
I love that piece. I'm excited every time I see you work on it because I just love that one.
And can I tell you that I have another project in here that's like my incentive to make me work on this, because I have this one in there.
Ooh.
This is Autumn Alphabet from Cross-Eyed Cricket. And I started it last year with this floss.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one that's correct. I've actually started this twice. So yeah, all I have to do is finish our house and then I get to work on this one.
I really like that one too. Ugh, you have great fall pieces.
I was like, I can't, I need to focus on one or the other of them. I got them both started. So then I did work on this, which is why this was out. Come on, where's my picture? I have Barbara Anna's Funky Bird. And when I started, I think I had VWYZ just right over here on this side. And I used it during one of the chats. And now I have.
Oh, wow.
So the only letter I don't have is X, and that's because it's under the bird.
Wow.
So you actually outline the whole bird, but it's in full crosses.
Wow.
I got a lot.
Yeah. Wow. You did so much on that one.
And that's fun too, but it's good. I mean, it was a great distraction piece for me to work on during the chats. It was easy to follow. Then I have a friend who asked me to stitch for her. And, I don't mind doing that, but your friends don't always choose things that are your taste.
Right.
So I hate this. Somebody charged her for this pattern that they ripped out of a magazine. And from what she said, she paid quite a bit.
Oh, no.
So it's
a nice alphabet.
Yeah. Every bit of it is backstitched. And the funny thing is, she had said, oh, I found this alphabet. It has all these different things, something different for every letter. And I'm like, she found Prairie Schooler? I was excited.
Yeah.
It was not Prairie Schooler. That's okay. But in the car yesterday, I figured out where I was off on one of these little sections, and I managed to get a little more in on it. So I'm trying to do all of this first so that I have all the framework.
Right. Then you don't have to do as much counting.
Yeah. So that's why it has got to be accurate.
Yes. Yeah, there was not a very fun time stitching in the car yesterday.
I did hand it to Keisha and say, can you just look at this for a second and just see where you think I'm off, because I'm evidently off in both directions somehow.
Right. Right. You were just off by like a half stitch because that,
Yes.
yeah, that fabric is kind of hard to see that on. And whenever you're doing those tiny little back stitch borders, it's so easy to get off.
And where I was sitting in the car, I was the one getting flashed by the sun. So like I had stripes, like Keisha's little stripe today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool in your hair, by the way.
Thanks.
I had a little wider stripe that was like across mine. So I'm like, do I look in this shade? Do I got to either lean towards Keisha or lean towards the door, or do I sit in the sun? It was, yeah, weird.
But you did it. You made it.
I did, and I got through that. Thank you for your help. So then I'm doing the 12 days of stitching also, and I started off with Deck the Halls from Caterpillar Cross Stitch.
Love that.
Katie and I are both doing this one, and we're doing it on Fabric Flair fabric, but hers is different from mine. So, and we started at complete opposite ends. I started at the bottom on the word gingerbread, and that's what I have done.
Nice.
So my fabric is just this light blue with all these cute snowflakes on them.
It's fun. I'm glad you're doing that one, because last year when it was coming out, you're like, oh, I just really like this one.
Yes. EJ's doing this and I want to do this. Yes. So that was a lot of fun. This is a sleeve that just came out Friday, sorry. Reindeer Games.
And it's got deer.
A canvas.
Oh,
and inside is this red and green stripe.
And it's reindeer, so it's obviously for you.
Yes, I obviously chose that, right? Then the next one that I worked on is Early Christmas Morning from Blackbird Designs.
Oh, pretty.
I love this one. It's one that was a club kit. You can see it says 2018, but inside she's designed it with 2020 in there. And I really would like to go back to this one because I think I could finish it this year. My fabric is huge because you have to have enough for the whole thing, you know?
Right.
But that's what I got done. I started right in the center.
Oh, wow.
And I got a little deer in.
Yes. So cute.
And this is a 36 count. This is Maritime White.
Oh, okay.
Does that look like yours? No, I'm wrong. This is 36 count Stars Hollow from R R.
Gotcha.
And when I stitched the house, I did the dark red first. And I really thought it was going to be too sheer, but it ended up being just fine when I put the other two colors in.
Oh, nice.
So that one is fun. I did not want to put it away, but I have a schedule, people. I have a schedule.
I've just been breaking my schedule. That's how I've been getting around it. Blatant disregard for the rules.
I want to start all the things I pulled out. And this one is a sleeve from this year called A Merry Little Christmas. And it's just a pretty sleeve, but it's called that because inside it has this fabric with words from the carol in here.
Oh, nice.
And that's my favorite carol.
It's James's favorite too. Miss Katie plays
person. Judy Garland from Meet Me in St. Louis. Then I got to work on Christmasland by Raise the Roof. And I have one more day of it. So when we got home last night, I did not stitch very much. And I had already started these. We pre-started these last week on Saturday. So I think I had, I go this way. So I had this, for the T. So last night I stitched Chris and a window.
Perfect. Man, I have a feeling that just like with your holiday or your Halloween stitching, I just need you to pass all of your patterns to me next year. I'll just do everything that you did this year.
And my fabric is 32 count Serenade from Color and Cotton. And it is beautiful. It is a purple. And it probably looks more gray to you guys, but it's slightly purpled and it is so pretty. I mean, we laid it out just to check and make sure that the purple was going to be okay with the colors that are in it. And before I shove this in, I'll show you this. This is Snowed In Snoopy.
Oh, so cute.
Keisha and I love Snoopy. Katie likes this one with.
Oh, I love him.
Isn't that funny? And he's skating and makes the words Happy Holiday. Yeah. And inside is some of our OG fabric. That's the white with the silver foil, which is like one of my huge favorite things. Pain in the butt to work with, but it's so pretty.
Definitely makes you think about whatever pond he was skating on.
Yes. Yes. Okay. That's finally the end of my whips.
So many whips.
That was enough, right? And next week will be next time will probably be worse because I'll have been switching projects like every 2 days.
Right. That's okay. It's just more stitching for you to look at and be like, if you're anything like me, I'll be like, okay, add it to the list of things that I want to buy eventually one day.
I know people keep saying, quit showing so many things. And they're joking about it, but it's
right. Well, I mean, as you've seen, about every stash part of our videos, I'm like, and here's a pattern from Laura that she
I'm really trying to work on that whip pile. So we had a discussion about there are people out there. So Jen from 24 Hours of Cross Stitch is trying to get down to 40 whips by the time she turns 40. And that's in about 1.5 years now, or a little over 1 year now. And she had somewhere around 90 some odd whips when she talked about it.
I don't know how many whips I have. Maybe that can be a goal for me because I got a while until I turn 40. So I have a lot of things I can start and try to finish.
You could start and finish, yeah.
Right.
But, we were talking one time when we were in the car with Athena about, do we think that I could do that for my next big birthday? Could I get it down to the number that I'm going to be? Well, you guys, I mean, I haven't given you an official count, and I have been finishing a few things, but I am in the triple digits for whips, like significantly into the triple digits, into the 100s.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm to 200, but they laughed. They're like, you would have to not start anything. And do you realize how many you would have to finish in the next couple of years? I mean, I would have to finish something like, I would have to finish 2/3 of my whips.
Wow.
That's maybe a bit much.
That's a lot.
So probably that's not going to happen.
Right. But maybe you could try for, half your age of things that you're going to finish by the time that you are that age.
Yep.
Or something like that.
Well, so that would be a good basic goal. And then a stretch goal would be to finish my age by then.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. And that would be amazing. But then my finishing skills would have to be kicked up so that I could actually finish something that I've started, or that I've finished stitching.
Right.
So
yeah, definitely. I need to work on that myself. Not everything is a Mill Hill, cut out the perforated paper and stick a magnet on it.
Because that's not what Laura stitches, right?
Right.
I am planning, I have 2 weeks off from school, and we will be off from Love You More during the same time because we give ourselves a winter Christmas break.
Yeah.
So
All
we will still be coming over to sit with James during that time. And I think I'm going to start filming my whip parade.
Oh, exciting.
So I want to know, do you guys want my whip parade in installments? Or do you want to wait until I have the whole thing filmed? It's going to take me days to film it. Because I'm not quick with it, and I will be by myself. I won't have Katie to help pack everything up. Would you guys rather wait until I have everything done and see it all at once? Or would you rather that I break it up and give you guys some sections of things? And if I do that, I will probably go through my whips and sort them into kind of more logical groups. So you have to vote. What do you think, Keisha? Are you going to watch it? It's going to be hours.
Well, see, I vote for logical groups because, you know, whenever I'm shopping for my next Christmas pattern, I could be like, all right, let's watch the Christmas whip parade.
Oh, and I could title them all, couldn't I?
Yeah, I think that would be fun. That's my vote.
So that's where I am. So that's part of my plan. See how I segued into that?
The master of a segue, Laura Landis.
So I have my one more day on Christmasland, which I am so excited about. And then I would have to have my book over here, and I don't have it, and I didn't bring my projects. I will have a new project on Monday, and then on Wednesday, and then on Saturday for each of the next 2 weeks. So I will have those 6 projects to show you by the time we film another one. And that's assuming that I don't decide to pull out something else, because 2 weeks, that'll be the 20th. So I will have had, I will have also had a couple of days off from school by then. Our last day is the 18th.
Oh, okay. So what I plan on doing is breaking all of my plans, probably, but I'll tell you what I'm planning on. Well, first off, I need to find out when Katie Landis is going to stitch her flamingos so that I can start my holiday flamingo.
Oh, awesome.
So that's definitely in the plans. I also want to start Christmas on Gingerbread Lane from the Frosted Pumpkin.
That's so cute.
I love it. The 18th is in there, so that's whenever the next installment of the Christmas wreath from the Frosted Pumpkin comes out. So I will at least dedicate a day to that. I'm planning on, after we get done with this video, stitching on Little Boy's Ornament.
Awesome.
And then
by the 15th, you will have another project.
I was gonna say, I hear a rumor that in that nice list box there should be 3 different patterns. So, and this isn't a spoiler, it's been on social media. So I have planned for starting each of those 3 things as one of my 12.
So you will have one by the 15th, and you will have one by the 19th.
Yes. Yep, that's what I have planned for. So,
oh my gosh, you're gonna have like all the new stuff.
Which is funny because, well, and even with like this Mill Hill Santa, I was like, look at me, I'm starting something new. And then I'm like, but I only want to work on this now. So we'll see how much happens. But the good thing is the Christmas wreath was my work project. So I'm done with that. And then that stocking sled that I showed as one of my finishes was going to be my work project. Well, that's finished now. So I'll probably take the Mill Hill Santa with me to work.
Awesome. Okay, and I am never good about knowing what order things go in. So I can't even tell you if it's Bendy Stitchy Tiny Modernist or Blue Flower that you're getting. I can't tell you what order they come out in, and we already released them as vendors, so I don't mind saying that to you, but I don't, it's going to be those three, and I know those are like Keisha choices.
I love all of them. I'm only friends with one. I've only collected one as a friend, but in time.
Actually, I do think I know which one comes out first.
Well, it doesn't even matter because I'm going to be super excited about whichever one is first, and whichever one is second, and whichever one is last.
I think I know because that's in my start plans.
Oh, ooh. Well, then I probably know what it is.
No, I don't know that you do. Because I strategically covered things so that you couldn't see.
Laura's trying to be tricky.
It was, I had to retake the picture because I sent it to Katie to show her what I was starting. Oh yeah, you know who it's from.
Yeah, because you were like, and this part that I have covered is where this designer is.
Yeah.
So that we started at the same time. But that's okay. You know what? I would be just as excited for any of the designers. So I'm very, very excited for that day.
Yeah, so I won't show that because we don't want to tell everybody else.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll keep it a secret, guys. I'm not telling you.
You just know the who. Is that weird?
No, because I'm really, because each of those designers do something different. So I've like, I've been thinking since I found out who the designers were, okay, what winter or holiday themed thing would they do? Like, what twist are they putting on this? What kind of thing did they design? The biggest question mark for me is good old Bendy Stitchy. Because is it a fancy bird? Is it a fancy snowman? It's probably not a Hildy because I stitched the Hildies, so I assume it's not her.
Well, and we gave them the option to do Christmas or winter. So you really, it's such a broad spectrum.
Right. So who knows?
All three knocked it out of the park.
I'm sure. Those are all great designers who I have things in my stash from all of them, and I'm just so excited for whatever pops up. So anyway, my plans have a big mystery in them.
I'm excited for it. What you want until squirrel.
And squirrel happens with my needle in my hand most of the time.
Oh my gosh. Do you have anything else you want to talk about today?
I don't think so. I would say that, hey, I need to hurry up and leave, but James's nanny is here. That's my mom. And she is just having the best time in the world with him out there. So
can you hear them?
Yep, they're just playing. Oh,
fun. Okay, then I think that's probably it for this week. So there is nothing left to do but say thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for coming back every week.
Right, and next week we'll be doing our Stitch with Us.
Yes, and if you like what you see, then like and subscribe. What did I say that a couple of weeks ago?
Ding the bell.
And ding the bell. Yeah, I love that the lady says that. So it's so cute. So anyway, that's it.
Right.
So have a great holiday. We'll be back before Christmas with a full episode.
Right. So we'll see you then.
Now I'm rambling. Bye.
That's all right. That's what we do. Bye. Have a good week.